What's going on, guys? This is Megadan29, and today we're doing the $100 challenge on NES. Yes, NES. That has shot up in price like crazy. So just like I usually do, I'm going to be looking over here and seeing my prices to my games, and I will be doing that. But this is a idea that started out by Russ Lyman and NES Addicts podcast called Bit by Bit. If you want to look it up, look up Russ Lyman Bit by Bit. And it's a really cool listen where they did a Super Nintendo challenge where they took $100, they go into price charting, and you have to try to make the best collection you can out of $100. So we've been getting a lot of really cool responses out of everybody. I know CM Retro was the main one that did it. And it was really cool to see what he picks and stuff like that. And I urge more responses. I had some in the comment section as well. And I know the comment was made by CM Retro that, like, why are we using price charting and we could use all this other stuff. And I get that, but you can't really go off of Goodwill prices or garage sale prices or anything like that because not everybody has that. Not everybody's going to the same garage sale or Goodwill. And then eBay, yeah, sometimes you can find great prices on there and stuff, but it depends what day you look, when, and stuff, and it'll just be all different for everybody. So it's easier to just make the same playing field and just go on price charting and let that be it. So for NES, I'm doing loose prices for obvious reasons. If you did CIB or something like that, you'd come to $100 ridiculously easy. So, plus I buy everything loose, so I'm just doing it how I buy it. So, anyway, we'll get right into this and tell you where I started at. Alright, well, I started out with a game that a lot of you who watch the channel are going to be like, no duh. But that is Contra. And the reason I went with Contra is for obvious reasons. There's probably not a week goes by that I don't play Contra. Whether it's this copy, whether it's on my Switch, or it's on my Play Choice 10, whatever it is, I'm always playing Contra. So there's seriously not a week that goes by that I don't play through this. So this came in at $31.27. So that's a pricier one, but I couldn't have a collection without having Contra because of how much I play it. A lot of things in this collection I choose from games that I play all the time and that have high replayability, games that I love so much that I just play a lot. Yeah, I might play something that I had a great experience with and stuff like that, like a Legend of Zelda or something like that, but once I play it once, I'm kind of done. You know, I don't really want to play it again, like Metroid. Metroid was a lot of fun, but would I want to play through Metroid like a million times? Nah, not after I've played through it once or twice, I'm done, you know? I'm cool if I never play it again and this and that. I like to watch other people play it, but I don't really want to play it. But Contra is a game that I could play all the freaking time, that I do play all the time. So, that one comes in at $31 already. So, these NES prices have definitely went up, so this is not going to be a big list. So, no introduction, no explanation needed. Contra. Second game we got is not Mike Tyson's Punch-Out, but Mr. Dream's Punch-Out. And the reason I went with Mr. Dream's Punch-Out is it's cheaper. This one came in at $20.72. I don't remember how much Mike Tyson's Punch-Out was, but I know it was a lot more. Maybe not a lot more, but like $5-7, which makes a big difference when you're doing this challenge. So, this is my actually copy from when I was a kid, and it's the same exact game. It's just Mr. Dream at the end. So, doesn't bother me at all. It's actually really awesome. And again, just like Contra, there's not a week that goes by that I don't play through Punch-Out, man. I mean, I'm always popping this in, whether it's the Play Choice 10, whether it's this, whatever. And I'm always playing Punch-Out. So Punch-Out, once again, doesn't need no introduction. You guys definitely know what this game is. If you don't, why are you on my channel? Seriously. On to the next game. Next game is at $28.45, Battletoads. Battletoads is another one that I have mad love for. I love it so much, and I know once again I'm picking a game that's kind of expensive, but I couldn't imagine going on and not having Battletoads in my collection, especially this copy, because this is the copy that I know Death ran, and ever since I know Death ran this game, I have loved it so much. I've become a huge fan of the franchise. I love this game. I play through it on a regular basis. It means so much to me. It's very important to me in my video game career, if you will, whatever you want to call it. All my years of playing video games, Battletoads means a ton to me. I will play it so many more times before I'm dead. And it's just a great game. I love Battletoads in every single way. One of my favorite games on the console, easily. And it just continues to climb up the list. It just, the more I play it, the more I love it. So, Battletoads, man, I know it was expensive, but I had to put it on the list. Great game. Good stuff. Fourth game on the list, Baseball Stars. Baseball Stars comes in at $10.58. And the reason I picked Baseball Stars is because of how much replayability this game holds. You could level up your team if you've ever played Baseball Stars. It has like a season mode or some type of league mode. I forget what it's called exactly. But anyways, you get your team, and every time you win a game, you actually get like attribute points, and you can put it into your players, and you can build them up. The more you go, and you can play the other teams and get better and stuff like that. And it has a lot of grinding. It actually saves your information every time you do it too. So it's just really cool how it does that. And I think it just adds a ton of replayability. It's a perfect type of game for this challenge, especially coming in at like $10. And it was just an easy choice. It's probably not my favorite baseball game. It's not my favorite baseball game on the console, but for the sake of this challenge and the replayability factor, like something like Bad News Baseball doesn't have as much replayability as this does. So, great game. Baseball Stars, definitely check it out. And last, yes, I said last, but not least, is Tecmo Bowl. I went with another sports game. Why not Super Tecmo Bowl? Because it's a lot more expensive. This one is only $7.86. Super Tecmo Bowl, I want to say, was like 15 to 20 bucks. So it's just a lot more expensive. The cool thing about this one, though, is this Tecmo Bowl does have my favorite, pretty much, team of all time. And it's the Chicago Bears, and it has, it doesn't have the Chicago Bears on there. It actually doesn't have real teams licensed. But it has the players, and it has people like Walter Payton and Jim McMahon, Mike Singletary, Richard Dent, Dan Hampton, Willie Gault. All these people that were on the 85 Bears team, and it's very cool to be able to be them in the game and run through a season with them and have your team be kind of OP, you know, because, I mean, if you're a Bears fan or if you even know football, the Bears are not the best on very many football games, if any. So, this is one of those games where they're one of the best teams, if not the best team. And it's really fun to be them on here. People talk about Bo Jackson all the time on Tecmo Bowl. Walter Payton's better, if not the same, on this game. So the same stuff you can do with Bo, you can do with Walter Payton. So it's really fun to be him for obvious reasons. I will say the more I play Super Tecmo Bowl, which I actually have on right behind you here, I've been getting ready to run a season of it here soon. It's actually growing on me a lot more, though, because I actually like how it has a little bit more strategy to it. So it's growing on me, but I still have mad love for Tecmo Bowl. So that is all my picks. And that came out to $98.88. So I only had like $1.50 or $1.20 or whatever to work with. And, you know, this is all I could do. NES was a really tough list to do because everything's getting to be a lot more expensive. But there was just a few of these games, Battletoads, Contra, and Punch-Out, I had to have them. If I'm looking at replayability, I wanted stuff like honorable mentions. Like, I wanted things like Nightmare on Elm Street. I really love that game, and I would love to play it and play it and play it and, like, master that game. It's always been a dream of mine to, like, win it with 3 other people and do the 4 score and play it with 4 people and actually, like, complete the game. But it's really tough because for this challenge, because it was like $75 now. I can't believe how much Nightmare on Elm Street has went up. That is insane. So there was a lot of that kind of stuff where the prices have just changed dramatically. And I even looked at stuff like Bionic Commando and things like that, but it just seemed like every game was 20 or 30 bucks, and I mean, I had to find some cheaper games. And not every cheap game I liked. I was trying to fit Excite Bike in there. I remember that was in there a little bit because I love playing that on my Play Choice 10. And it's really fun to try to beat the times and do better and stuff like that. But I couldn't fit it in there, and I felt like I had to pick Tecmo Bowl, and Baseball Stars had a little bit more replayability than Excite Bike. But yeah, I didn't pick any Mario games, you're probably wondering. And once again, just like what happened on the Super Nintendo list, is I have played the crap out of those games, and I really don't need to play them anymore. And plus, Mario 3, I want to say Mario 3's up to like 30 bucks now or something crazy like that. A ridiculously common game like that, I cannot believe is up to that expensive. So, and for this list, it just crushes. Like, wow, I'm not paying 30 for that. No way. No, it's going to take up, a whole section of my list, so I couldn't do that. So yeah, that's the reason behind a lot of it. But man, I hope to see a lot more lists, and I love how you guys are doing a lot of responses to this. I feel like it's really bringing back the video games back into the community. So having a lot of fun doing it. I'm going to do another one here soon, and then I'll be probably pretty much wrapping up this little series, if you will. But I've been having a lot of fun seeing the comments and seeing the responses and things like that. So anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later, and God bless.